Hi, this is a lecture on the unattainable/attainable American dream. So my opening question is the American dream real? Can anyone who works hard achieve this American dream? Is it only some people? It's mostly true and real, but not, or maybe not anymore. It really never existed. What do you think? We'll examine how this idea has changed over the last 200 plus years. Okay, so my question to you is what is the American dream? What does it mean? Typically, the American dream is the idea of home ownership, financial security, college education, a good, stable job, freedom to make choices, to have vacations, um, to move up in your career, happiness. You have a better life than your parents. That's really important. And of course, the idea of becoming rich. The American dream is definitely culturally influenced. And my question to you is it a myth? Is it a cultural myth that just because you come to the United States and work hard, you'll achieve the American dream? Let's talk about it. So where did it come from? It, it was all the idea of early America. We didn't have an um, aristocracy, not an official one anyway. No king and queen. Opportunity seemed endless, right? Because there was just so much land, there was so much work to do. And this idea of hard work plus honesty equals success. Maybe you've heard of the Puritan work ethic. Um, the idea, as long as you work hard, you'd be successful. So Benjamin Franklin is a very important figure in our past. He was known as he wrote the Poor Boy's Almanac. So he was a writer, a printer, a scientist, inventor, a diplomat, and then a founding father. But the idea, he is a model for what it means to be the American dream. He was not rich. He worked his way through honesty and education and became a very important figure. He gave lots of good advice. Work hard, save money, live honestly, be responsible. He is he is credited for such sayings as the early bird gets the worm, everything. So why do we still admire Franklin? And you could think about that. Horacio Alger, he has a rags to riches story as well. He was poor, he worked hard, he was honest, he noticed certain things, and he was successful. But who was left out of this rag to riches stories? Women, Black Americans, Native Americans, of course, and many immigrants. Not that all of them are left out. And for example, during the gold rush was the first time a lot of women were able to have their own businesses, such as laundry and cooking for the miners, um, etc. But of course, it seems the majority of these people were left out. Now, this book was quite influential. Maybe you've heard of it, but it's actually questioning the American dream. Just to give you a very, very brief synopsis of the story, Gatsby has wealth, he has parties, he has a car, he has a mansion, yet he is unhappy. And so the idea is, can money buy happiness? So there seems to be a problem. Is success enough? He's unhappy because he can't get the woman he used to love him fully. So the dream changes again. After World War II, it was a very big time of prosperity. Many people had ownership. There was a lot of middle class growth. There's a lot of money in the government that they gave to people. But also there was racism, sexism, housing discrimination, and unequal schools. So you can see that it's not always equal for everyone. So the modern dream, still this idea, if you work hard, you will succeed. But Do larger systems matter? That's what we're going to talk about within this unit. So evidence that challenge this American dream ideal. Extreme wealth, there's extreme wealth and inequality. There's racial income and wealth gaps. There's food insecurity even among college students, and there's low social mobility. So we have individual versus structural. The individual feels like, oh, I didn't work hard enough. The structural is I faced barriers outside of my control. But both personal choices and systems matter. These readings will talk. So this is the name of the author, and this is the topic they're talking about. For instance, well, we're going to read about class, working poor, race and class, banking, media, gender, work, and basic income, all related to the American dream. So we're going to talk essay 3, what's going to come later, but just for a preview, I'm going to ask the question, to what extent is the American dream still obtainable today? Please consider, is work hard enough? What barriers exist? Who benefits? And how could opportunity become more equal? Okay. So that's it for the lecture. Now I want to pause it real quick. Okay, so for your discussion, you'll see this chart in the discussion, and I just created it because I think it's a nice little shot of all the stuff I talked about. So you can just take a look at, oh, no, sorry. Wrong one. I don't want that one. I want this one. Sorry. Um, you just take a look. I'm so sorry, gosh. Sorry, I don't mean to mess up your most of this. Okay. Um, Zoom in. All right, thank you. And here's some data that you could use. That's all I really wanted to point out is the data here that you could use for your discussion. Okay. And a little more information about what the readings will say. Okay. Thank you. That's it. Bye bye.